Welcome back to Central New York's Open House. Well, we're here on a job site in Sauquoit where my family business, York Sash, is replacing the windows on the front of this home. This homeowner decided to replace his windows because they were starting to have some trouble with the operation of them. They were just getting old, and the outside they had old aluminum storm windows. Not very energy efficient, and they're just hard to operate over the years and years. What's nice about the York Sash brand window, we can completely eliminate that storm window. Let's take a closer look at these windows. It's very common to have this type of window in the front of your home. The old methods of manufacturing was to use wood. We have double hung windows that are on the outside of a great big picture window. Now, these double hung windows are the style that the sashes go up and down, and we're going to convert that over to a 3-light casement. So these windows will crank out instead of going up and down. It'll still have the same type of breakdown with a large picture window in the center, but instead of having the double hungs on the sides, it'll have casement windows that'll crank out. They'll be easier to operate, and they seal extremely tight, very energy efficient. This particular window is called a new construction window, and what that means is this whole unit's coming out. So everything is removed. We go back to the rough opening. We have a window that has a fin around the edge, so this opening will be flashed. The fin will be attached to the house, and that'll give us the opportunity to then trim it on the outside. On the front of the house, we're also going to replace other windows exactly the same way with the new construction York Sash brand window. Up here on the porch, we have a couple of different styles of window. We're going to keep this the same with a double hung window, just going to change the size so it matches the kitchen window. And over on the kitchen window, we're going to convert that style from a double hung over to a crank out window. The reason for that, it's hard to reach over the sink, operate a double hung window. So we're going to convert it over to a 2-light casement. You'll have crank outs. It'll be much easier to operate. This job will take the rest of the afternoon. We're going to come back and take a look at the finished project. We're back here in Sauquoit where we have completed our project. We did the windows all along the front of this home. Now, in this particular opening, we did what's called a 3-light casement. These have equal lights, so each piece of glass is exactly the same size. Casement, all that means is you crank the window out, which is a lot different from a double hung window, which is our most common style, which is the up and down style. Now over here on the porch, we also replaced 2 of the windows. We had to change the size of one of them, and to make them both look exactly the same as far as size-wise. Style, we have 2 different style windows. Up here on the porch, over the kitchen sink, we did a 2-light casement, and then we did a double hung window. But we altered the sizes so that they would match and look uniform on the front of the home. And then the biggest window over here in the living room, this one turned out great. This was starting to see some deterioration. If you remember before, when the guys pulled the windows out, we saw some rot in that frame. Now, it's extremely important never to put a new window into a situation, onto a frame that's beginning to rot. So the option here was new construction York Sash brand windows. So we removed the entire frame of this window, pulled it out, and put in a new construction window. So this particular window has nailing fins around the edges. This option here is also a 3-light casement. It has a picture window in the center. The flankers are crank out windows. They chose the internal grids so that you don't have to wash around the grills. They're actually in between the panes of glass. It's easy to maintain, and it looks beautiful here in the front of the home. So if you're ready to transform the front of your home, stop down to the showroom at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Our York Sash showroom is spectacular. You can see all the colors, styles, and options. All the windows are on display. See exactly how they'll look installed in the front of your home.
Coming up on Central New York's Open House.
Winters in our area can be very tough on your landscapes. Now is a great time to take a walk around and see what needs to be done.